Yeah. Welcome back to the second segment of a brand new hashtag Brothers of Baseball show right here on the Big Game Christian Sports Network. It's your boy Willie Epting Jr. Man, I am back from vacation. Thank you guys out there, man, for checking us out on Facebook through my personal page, through the networks, the BGC Sports Network's Facebook page, as well as the Shakeback Media Group, LinkedIn, YouTube, and of course, Twitter. I am so glad to be back. You guys just don't know. Fresh off of a trip to Africa, more specifically Egypt. And we were over there for about 10 days or so. So, yeah, learned a lot, discovered a lot. Man, it was very good trip. And we're going to get to some more of that here in just a second, man. Thank you guys for welcoming me back to the United States of America. So we're going to continue forth with this episode. We're going to get to some Egypt stuff here in just a second. We got the power rankings coming up as well here in the second segment. Top 5, both leagues, top 10 majors, and what in the wide world of Pete Rose is going on in Cincinnati. I can't wait to talk about them. But before we do that, though, you already know what we got to do. We got to pay these bills. So let's go ahead and take care of this. SportsCon returns. That's right. July 7th, the ultimate fan experience returns to Dallas this summer as SportsCon returns July 4th through the 16th at Fair Park in Dallas, Texas. This revolutionary event has been bringing together fans worldwide since 2017, meeting and engaging with professional athletes, personalities like never before. From stars to taste, technology to your favorite brands, they have it all. Use promo code BGC20 for 20% off. Again, that's 20% off the ticket price using the BGC code 20 or the code BGC20. For more information, tickets, and vendor opportunities, head to gosportscon.com. Again, that is sportscon.com. And we are bringing together sports fans of all ages from all over the world. Ready, set, go, SportsCon. All right, I will be there on Saturday the 15th, and I will be there from 1 until 2. So make sure you guys drop on by and holler at your boy, man. We're going to be doing some big things out there at Fair Park. Now, we know it's going to be hot. And speaking of hot, like I said, man, we just returned from Egypt, from Africa, and yeah, it got up to 116 degrees in the desert where we we visited the Valley of the Kings. We saw so many of the tombs, the Pharaoh tombs, and all of that. The Valley of the Kings was something special. I got a couple pictures and a couple videos I'm going to throw up here in just a second. But what I want to say first and foremost, without really getting in too much of an entire show about our vacation, because I know you ain't here for that. You're here for some baseball talk, and I've been disengaged from the world basically for the last 2.5 to 3 weeks. So I had to get back up to speed. And then, like I said, what in the wild world of Pete Rose is going on in the heartland in Cincinnati. But let me just get to the trip real quick and just kind of just discuss a few things. And I'm going to throw some pictures up on the screen as well for everybody out there that's watching. This was a life-changing trip. This was a life-changing trip. My wife and I, we have touched and agreed that we will never be the same after this trip. And it's not just because we went to a foreign country or we traveled internationally. We've done that before. But this trip was something special because it's Africa. Africa, as we all know, but some of us don't want to acknowledge, is the motherland of all of civilization. Egypt is filled with so much historical perspective from not only just from a cultural standpoint, but from a spiritual standpoint. And when I tell you some of the things that we saw over there in Cairo, and aside from the pyramids, which are great, and the Sphinx statues, which is terrific. I mean, from the informational side of what we were able to get from our tour guide. And Ahmed is his name, and he was tremendous in everything that he showed us. He talked about all of the topics with such zeal and vigor. He was very, very much encouraging of feedback. We even played games where he gave away dollars for different questions that he would ask us, and provided the answers prior to wherever we were going, what depending on what area of the trip we were going to, like the Ramses tombs. I mean, Ramses the fourth, first, second, third, fourth, all of those. Yeah, it was phenomenal. And when I say that it was a life-changing trip, it's because the more you know, the better we do. The more information and data that is substantial and significant, the more that we get, then the better we become. And I had said this on something. I don't remember what it was, but I'm going to say it here. Being woke is not a bad thing, because in order for us to be able to not repeat things that have already happened, we have to understand where we have come from. And I don't think being woke is a bad thing. It's just like, I want to say it was The Game. The Game said this, the rapper, The Game. He said, sleeping is the cousin of death, so my eyes are wide open. So that tells you right there that being woke is a good thing. I think people are afraid of the results of being woke as opposed to being woke in itself. Just a couple things before I get to a couple of videos and pictures. We actually saw where the Holy Family, that will be, of course, Jesus, Joseph, and Mary, where they fled to in Egypt. We were actually right there in the heart of where that took place, where Jesus was bathed as a baby. We were a block away from the spot where Moses was born. The place where Jesus, Joseph, and Mary were is now, it's like a shrine or a church. And we have photos of that as well. I'm not going to throw those up on the screen just yet. But what it allowed us to be able to understand, or at least come close to feeling something of what that region of the world is all about. And that was a connection like we had never had before. And that's why I say, ladies and gentlemen, that was a life-altering trip for the better. Like I say, the more we know, the better we become. And that's just what that was. All right, let me see if I can throw a couple things up here on the screen for everybody out there watching. Once again, thank you guys out there for checking us out on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and of course the Twitter. Here we go. I've got, let's see, here is a video of, well, let's just show it.
Got it. Got it.
So that was me holding a baby crocodile. Now, if you guys know me out there, you know that I am crazy about wildlife and being in the wild and crocodiles and lions and all that stuff in their natural habitat. That was a baby crocodile that was on Banana Island. Banana Island, we took a banana boat we were in Aswan. No, we were in Luxor on the east side of the Nile. So we took a banana boat to Banana Island in the middle of the Nile before you get to the west side. And it is just that. It is an island with banana trees everywhere. And they had places like this where, you know, you can hold different animals. There was a monkey that was there that our daughter McKinley got to hold and play with. But that was a crocodile. It was a baby crocodile. And you could see that his mouth was closed shut, because even at that age or at that stage, those crocodiles have deadly teeth. And it's just too long before they actually become killers in the wild. So that was pretty slick in itself. Here's another video I want to say. I'm going to try to play this one. Let's see what this one says. So that one was actually at the pyramids in Giza, which is, I didn't know this until we got there, but Giza is like a twin city, if you will, of Cairo. Cairo has a Cairo has a population of over 25 million people, and of course, it's the capital of the country. Giza is on the west side of the Nile, and it has a population of about 2.5 to maybe 3 million. And that's where the pyramids are. So the pyramids are on the west side of the Nile, just outside of Giza and on the edge of the desert. So all that sand was the edge of the Sahara Desert. And those pyramids, I don't know how they did it back in the day. I mean, you got to think those things were built without equipment. It was basically concrete, rocks, and mud, and they blocked them up, and then that's what you see. And then I got a couple pictures I want to throw on the screen before we get to some baseball talk. Here is one right here. I am on a camel, and yeah, the camel was about 10 feet off the ground. You can see the pyramids in the background. All three pyramids are a different size. So even though they look like they may be the same size in this picture, or even anything that you've seen on television or in a documentary, there's one pyramid that they call the Great Pyramid. And that's the one that they would not even let us in because they just discovered some new stuff about it. And now they're having to analyze and study what it could potentially be connected to from all of those things from back in the day. So that was me chilling on the camel. You know, I don't ever have to do that again. And then this picture right here is of me and Patrice on our respective camels. I wish I could blow that picture up, but unfortunately I can't. Yeah, we had a great time, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm telling you right now, if you have an opportunity, not just to travel internationally, but go to a land of significance such as Egypt or anywhere else, I would encourage you to do it as soon as you possibly can. It was definitely a life-changing trip, and one that we're going to embark on again real soon, probably to the Holy Land, which is of course Israel. All right, enough of Egypt. Let's get to some baseball. There has been a lot of terrific things going on since I have last spoken to you guys, since I last seen you guys. I was able to follow a little bit of it while I was gone. Of course, it's another country, so baseball is not even a thing in Egypt. But that's the thing. That's the glory of the thing that's called technology and the internet. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the to the power rankings here in just a second. We got top 5 NL, we got top 5 AL, and we've got hashtag just a bit outside Jabo for both leagues. We've got top 10 in the majors. What we don't get to on this side of the break or on this side of the show, we will come back on the other side of the break and finish up. We got about 5 minutes left to go in this second segment. So, Big Day, the dopest engineer on the planet, Big Day, that is. Hit him with the music, man. Power rankings. Let's go get it. All right. So we have, again, top 5 in the National League. We have top 5 in the American League. And, of course, we have just a bit outside, hashtag Jabo for both leagues. And then we got top 10 in the majors. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a shakeup of epic proportions because I'm going to tell you some things that you're probably not going to believe. All right, Big Day, let's get it. All right, so number 5, coming in, let's do the American League first. Even though the A's, who I talked about in the first segment as part of the too good, the too bad, and the too ugly. Well, since the A's are too ugly, we're still going to go ahead and start in the American League because they are my favorite team nonetheless. So number 5, we have the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. That's right, the LAA. Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani is ridiculous, guys. I'm just like, yo, we're going to get to that here in just in a little bit more detail in just a minute, probably on the other side of the break. Number 4, the New York Yankees. They're still waiting on Aaron Judge to come back off the IL after injuring his big toe in that series in Los Angeles a few weeks ago. Number 3, you have the Baltimore Orioles. The Baltimore Orioles are the darlings in my heart after the Oakland A's because they have been losers for so long. They have been so bad for so long. I am so happy to see them here. Number 2, the Texas Rangers. The Texas Rangers are your number 2 team in the American League over the likes of the Houston Astros, the Cleveland Indians, the Cleveland Guardians, the Minnesota Twins, the Buffalo Bills. Tune in to the Shake Back Sports Show right here on the Big Game Christian Sports Network. 12 and 6s, 1s and 7s, Saturday and Sunday with your boy. All right, and we're going to be talking about some football real soon. All right, so again, they are ahead of with the lights of no Boston Red Sox. The Texas Rangers are for real, led by Bruce Bochy. They are the number 2 team in the American League. And then, of course, the number 1 team in the AL is the Tampa Bay Rays. The Tampa Bay Rays have they haven't been actually they have. They have been the number 1 team in the AL from start to finish, from the inception of the season for this show. I know, for the first 2, maybe 3 weeks of the season, we did not do a power rankings, and we were trying to feel ourselves away, or feel our way through the season is what I'm trying to say. And now that we're, nearly or more than halfway point through the season, the Tampa Bay Rays are number 1, and they have been so since we first started doing this part of the show back in April or whenever it was. All right, so let's run it back real quick. Number 5, the LAA, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Number 4, the New York Yankees. Number 3, the Baltimore Orioles. Number 2, the Texas Rangers. And the number 1 team in the American League, the Tampa Bay Rays. Hashtag Jabo. Just a bit outside, we have the Toronto Blue Jays. We have the Minnesota Twins. We have the Houston Astros. And we do have the Boston Red Sox. Shout out to Melissa Monto, Christina Fuentes for getting up to Boston over the past weekend. I want to say it was 2 weekends ago. I mean, my time is off. But unfortunately for the Red Sox, they have not been doing that great since I left the country and came back. We're going to get to that more with them on the next episode next week, when all of those guys and gals will be joining this pesky podcast, boys and all that. All right, one more time for hashtag Jabo, then we're going to get out of here for the second segment. Minnesota Twins, Toronto Blue Jays, Houston Astros, and the Boston Red Sox. That rounds out your hashtag Jabo. And we will come back on the other side of the break, man. Make sure y'all come on back and holler at your boy. We're going to get to the National League top 5, hashtag Jabo, and then, of course, the top 10 in the majors, and hashtag look ahead. So, with that being said, Willie Epstein Jr., hashtag Brothers of Baseball Show, Big Game Christian Sports Network. Y'all come on back and holler at your boy.